Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by Howard. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Complete to Ronald Jones. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them in a screen pass.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Incomplete.
On the keeper.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
2nd and goal at the 9.
On 2nd and goal. Haskins eluding the pressure right. 6 scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll run it with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
21. Well, design run here for Ayuk. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Gun. They'll look to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Giants nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Giants first down.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline is complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 8. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Intercepted. The Seahawks.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Like 22, he's covering 22 on front. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Like 22.
Final play of the half, it's Haskins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins, quick slant to Brown. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running with Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Catch made by Slayton.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brought down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run it with Jones. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Ronald Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 14, Giants 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to Slayton. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's good for a Seahawks.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 48 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it with Kamara, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Alvin Kamara. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. Now the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
A 3-yard loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a wrap.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
Complete to Traquan.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
To Ronald Jones.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
21 yards.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. from 19 yards away. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Not much there, only a yard.
Alvin Kamara. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Haskins going to try to throw it.
39-yard line.
Man open left side is Brown. So the victory here for Seattle.